Booker T should be Drax, not Batista. Batista does not deserve that movie for one simple reason. Booker T whipped his monkey ass. All right? And I'm going to explain to you what happened. SummerSlam, August 2006, right? Batista is a little injured, but he's the world heavyweight champion at the time, right? Booker T, John Cena, Fit Finlay, Batista, Rey Mysterio, all of the big names are filming for a commercial. The SummerSlam commercial, you got your Triple H's, you got your HBKs, of course, you know Vince McMahon's, all the big producers and cameramen are there. So this is a wonderful event, wonderful occasion. Everybody's just, hanging out. Then, of course, Batista walks in his suit. Everybody just kind of turns and looks at him. He doesn't speak to anyone. Batista just kind of goes on his merry way, looks at everyone, doesn't speak to anyone. So back then, they had this thing called big timing. And what it is when you, reach a certain plateau or you think you're bigger than everybody, you don't have to speak to anyone. So I guess a lot of wrestlers thought that Batista was big timing them, right? And Booker T, let me tell you something about Booker T, sucker. He's from the streets, all right? Houston, Texas, to be exact. So I'm telling you like this. Booker T got so pissed off. He went up to him and he was like, yo, a lot of us thinking that you're big timing us. And we just want you to know that, yo, it's not cool. I'm coming at you man to man. Maybe you should stop it. Maybe you should quit. Okay. Now let's rewind a little bit, okay? At the time, Batista was dating a wrestler by the name of Melina. I don't know if you know her, Fearless. I don't know if you ever heard of her. But her name is Melina. She's very very beautiful lady. Now, the thing about that is when Batista was injured, Melina got taken to wrestler's court. And what wrestler's court is like, when you do something wrong, when you do something bad, they have a you go in the locker room and it's usually the Undertaker who is the judge, right? And this is all real. They actually used to do this. This isn't for TV show. This isn't for play. This is real shit, right? So they took her to wrestler's court. They accused her of being a stuck-up diva who didn't want to work with the other wrestlers, who didn't want to lose to the other female wrestlers. And they found her guilty. Undertaker found her guilty. And they usually have some type of a stipulation or punishment that was handed down to them. I'm not sure what hers was. Maybe she was kicked out of the locker room or something like that. But either way, Batista found out. And Batista goes up to Booker T and was like, yo, what the hell is going on? What is this? What this was, you bring my girl to wrestler's court and I'm not even here to defend her or protect her. And Booker T is a real nonchalant ass dude. Booker T is like, look, man, we took her to wrestler's court because she's being a diva. She's being stuck up, and we think she's being stuck up because she's with you. And just like this in front of everybody, and everybody's watching and nobody's stopping. Okay, you got Batista right here and you got Booker T right here. You see what I'm saying? Eye to eye, man to man. All right. Batista's pissed off because he's already injured and he feels like, oh, Booker T, he's the elder. He should know not to fuck with me because I'm injured and I'm trying to get back into the ring. I'm trying to get back on TV. So why are you trying to pick this fight with me? And Booker T's on the other hand is like, yo, I'm an elder. You should show me and everybody else respect. We came before you. And yes, we did take your girl to wrestler's court because she was acting stuck up and ugly. And we don't like that, right? So, Batista, he wants to defend his manhood a little bit. And that's fine. That's good. That's cool. So the thing that happened was Booker T's words from his book. He says, Batista swung at him and missed. Completely missed him. So Booker T say he stood there for a second and laughed. Then he grabbed him, put him in a headlock like this. He took him to the ground. So then now they fighting each other, fisticuffs, fight each other to the ground. And again, nobody's stopping them. And then you have Queen Sharmell, who, I don't know if you know who Queen Sharmell is, Fearless, but that's Booker T's wife. She was a TV persona as well. So Queen Sharmell, I heard that Queen Sharmell actually kicked Batista in the balls, right? But Batista kind of no-sold it. You know what I mean? Like, you get kicked in the nuts. You're like, oh, my balls and shit. But, Batista was kind of like, hey, I'm not going to show that shit hurts, But either way, if somebody comes in, they finally break them up, right? And note, they're still at this commercial shoot, right? So Batista goes one way. Booker T goes in another way. Booker T goes to his room to get cleaned up so he can, continue to film on for this shoot. Batista waits until like everybody leaves, come back into the room with Booker T, right? And Booker T's like, yo, man, what you want, man? You still want to go at it? And Batista was like, I'm going to be out here waiting on you. And that let Booker T know. Booker T was like, yo, that let me know that dude didn't really want no business. He didn't want no problems. We was in the room by ourselves, just me and him. Like, we could have just fought mano a mano. And really, you try to say, like, yo, let's go outside. Let's do this. Like man, come on, man. What time? Come on. That's not like Drax. That's not a real Drax. Let's wait until we go outside. That's not a real Avenger, bro. Let's wait till there's like millions of people around. Let's wait till we have an audience around. That's bull, man. That's BS, man. I don't want to hear that. So anyway, Booker T like gives him what he wants. He waits until he has this little audience. They go back outside and like they're in like this rented house, right? So they go to the living room, start fighting all over again, right? Right? And then everybody who watches this fight says that Booker T beat Batista's ass. One person, Fit Finlay, right? He's an Irish wrestler. He's a legend. He is great. But I think the Irish kind of hate black people. Do they not? Am I wrong about that?
So you might be right, but I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, well, let us know. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. So let's say yes, they do, but because Fit Finlay is on the side of Batista. Fit Finlay is the only person that'll say, yo, Batista actually did not lose. He won. He won. He was the mature one. He won. He got up and shook hands, and they all walked away, and then now they're friends again and shit. But Fit Finlay is the only wrestler. You can watch as many wrestling documentaries or stories, or hear all these little tidbits from other wrestlers, and they will all say that Booker T beat Batista's ass, man. But you gotta listen. You gotta understand. I'm not taking anything away from Batista. Booker is from the streets. He's from Houston. That nigga did time. He's a straight up gangster before he became a wrestler, before he became a king, before he became a legend. You know what I mean? And I know Batista did his own thing. He went through his own struggles and personal issues as well. I get it. But that's not the Drax that I want. I want the Drax who will stand up, as man and defend and avenge. Because you got to think he was fighting for other people. He was fighting for the respect of other people. Booker T was, and Batista was acting like a dick. He was acting like a Thanos, right? Anyway, Fearless, what do you think about the story, man? Am I tripping, or should Batista still be Drax?
I think you tripping. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It doesn't do with fight or acting. But I didn't know this story. I didn't know that he had beat up Batista. So that's fucking comical. And I don't know. I ain't really like Batista back then anyway. He was always looked weird to me, and seemed like he was kind of like a no personality dude. So
one thing too. Let me say this too. I like Batista. Please don't get it twisted. I love Batista. I always have. I think he's a great. Yeah, definitely more so now. But I don't have anything against Batista. I just thought it was a really funny story, and I think that we need to give Booker T a shot in the Marvel universe, man.